All right, I love this story. According to a report from Brandon Robinson, the Celtics have interest in signing Carmelo Anthony. After Danilo Gallinari tore his meniscus, Melo scored 13 points per game with the Lakers last season and has been an improved three-point shooter late into his career. So, Mike Felger, how do you feel about Carmelo Anthony?
I'm more curious about you because you're more of an NBA guy. I'm a no. I'm a no. I mean, I'm a yes for the content.
Yeah.
As a talk show host.
Right.
Okay, bring me the content because he is internal strife waiting to happen, polarizing, strong opinions. So, like, as a talk show host, all day long. As a basketball fan of the Celtics, I don't need him. The Celtics, and I'm not, but the Celtics don't need him. Celtics don't need that guy. I mean, sure, they could use more shooting off the bench. You couldn't. But if Gallinari gets healthy, I'm sorry. I think you've solved it there. And heck, even without that, you were 2 wins away. So, no, there's too much risk even with this guy at his stage of his career, Mike.
I would say 7 years ago, absolutely not. Don't do it. But this Carmelo Anthony, yes. I like the idea. Look, he was out of basketball for a while, and we thought he was done. Came back to Portland, really acquitted himself nicely with the Trailblazers, then goes to the Lakers, a stacked team, we thought, with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. He was not the problem with the Lakers. The Lakers had much bigger issues. Carmelo Anthony in this role, off the bench, shooter, not counted on to be a consistent guy for you, is a really good option. And I'm going to tell you what, Mike Felger, not only is he good content for Felger and Maz, you will watch him. You will root for him. He is a good teammate. He's a thoughtful guy. He is. He's a thoughtful guy. Players love him.
Yeah.
And I think what you said, they don't need him. Okay, he's listed as 6'8", which has always confused me. Because if you see him stand next to somebody else at 6'8", he kind of towers over him.
Yeah,
he's
he feels bigger than that.
He's a big 6'8", and he can shoot, and he's tough.
He's tough?
He is tough.
He plays defense?
Okay. But Gallinari.
So then where does the toughness come out?
Listen, Gallinari doesn't play defense.
I'm not calling Gallinari tough.
But he's tough around the basket. He's hard. You don't wear him down. He can score inside. He can score outside as well.
I would worry about.
He's physical.
I just think he stood for too many of the wrong things for volume, score, big offensive numbers. In his 16 years, Mike, you know how many playoff series he's won?
You told me earlier. I would have been surprised by this, if you hadn't told me.
3 playoff series wins.
Including one over the Celtics.
Yeah, it was one over there at the end of the Garnett thing. Like, that one shouldn't even count. He's one of the biggest losing players in NBA history as far as I'm concerned.
I think he's been in some bad situations.
And but I just think he's too much about the scoring. A Hondo, we used to call it on the playground. He's a ball hog and a shooter and a scorer, and that's all that he is. He has just as many. I think he has just as many turnovers per game as assists per game in his career. He's just not a good all-around basketball player. And I worry about what he would do to Tatum.
Better than you think. And I would think at this stage of his career, he's accomplished a lot. He's been on these, he's got an Olympic gold medal. He's won a national championship.
Please, I'm so sick of hearing
I'm saying, but he's got all this stuff. So I think what he really wants now, he's never won a championship. He would like to be a part of a championship team. So all the issues that you brought up when he was in New York or at times in Denver, I don't think those issues are there anymore.
Take this for what it's worth. Quickly, the Felger and Maz Brown checkmark sourcing tells me that Brad Stevens has always been a big fan of Carmelo. Brad Stevens wanted Carmelo several years ago. Danny did not want him. Okay, now Danny's gone. Maybe that opens the door. Wick, we hear, is not so hot.
Come on, Wick, get on board. This will be a good addition to the team.